Have you ever watched someone you love slowly lose their strength, not overnight but little by little, until one day they couldn't open the pickle jar, reach for the cereal box, or lift their own grandchild without shaking? Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, I used to be stronger than this? Here's something most people don't know until it's too late. After the age of 60, your body starts losing muscle, quietly, steadily, and dangerously. Not because you're lazy, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because your body has shifted into something called sarcopenia, the slow erosion of muscle that comes with age. And if you're not actively fighting it, you're surrendering to it. But here's the truth no one tells you. Sarcopenia is not your destiny. You can stop it. You can reverse it. And you don't need fancy protein powders or expensive gym memberships to do it. Nature gave us some of the most powerful tools, right in the produce aisle. In this video, I'm going to show you 7 powerful fruits that science has linked to stronger muscles, healthier aging, and better independence. Fruits that fuel your body with the nutrients it's silently begging for. Fruits that can protect you, or the people you love, from the kind of weakness that leads to wheelchairs, falls, hospital beds, or worse. And one of these fruits? Most people stopped eating it after childhood, not knowing it might be the very thing keeping their legs strong and their hands steady. So listen, if you care about staying strong as you age, if you care about making sure you don't become the one everyone whispers about, he used to be so active, I don't know what happened. Then I'm telling you right now, subscribe to Elderly Spring. Because if you don't, and 5 years from now you or your loved one is struggling to get out of a chair, you'll remember this moment. And you'll wish you had taken action. And if you're someone who refuses to hit that subscribe button, do me one favor, go to the comments right now and tell us why. Is it fear, skepticism, or do you really think this isn't your fight? Because if you're here, it is. Now, comment I'm here if you care about staying strong or helping someone who is. Let's dive in. This is Elderly Spring, and your second chance at strength starts right now. Let's begin with the first fruit. Simple, familiar, but far more powerful than you've been told. Bananas. Now I know what you're thinking. That's just a snack, right? But let me tell you a story. James is 72. Every morning he'd walk out to the mailbox, just a short stroll. But lately his calves started cramping halfway down the driveway. He thought maybe it was dehydration, or maybe his medication. But it wasn't. Turns out, it was potassium. His body was starving for it. Bananas are loaded with potassium and magnesium, 2 critical electrolytes your muscles need to contract and relax. When you don't have enough, you cramp, you tire faster. You feel stiff even after light movement. Some folks say, bananas are too sugary. But here's the truth. When paired with fiber, like almonds or chia seeds, your body absorbs that sugar slowly, turning it into steady energy instead of a spike and crash. Start small. Half a banana in the morning with a few walnuts or a slice of whole grain toast. Simple, affordable, powerful. And if you've already got bananas in your kitchen, that's not just food. That's prevention. But if you want real muscle repair, look to what's often called nature's candy. Berries, blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, tiny fruits. Tremendous power. Clara is 68. Her knees would ache in the mornings. Her back felt tight. Then she started adding a cup of frozen mixed berries to her Greek yogurt every other day. After 2 weeks, she said something surprising. I don't feel as rusty anymore. That rust is often oxidative stress, tiny bits of damage that pile up inside your cells. Berries are packed with anthocyanins, natural compounds that fight that stress and help your body hold on to muscle, especially as you age. People say, aren't berries just for heart health? But your muscles need antioxidants too. Because muscle loss doesn't happen from use alone. It happens when damage goes unchecked. Want to give your body a natural edge? Grab a bag of frozen berries. Toss them in a blender with water or milk. You don't even need sugar. They're sweet on their own. Berries defend. But the next fruit? It builds. Kiwi. Not exactly everyone's first pick at the grocery store, but maybe it should be. After a minor surgery, 74-year-old Marie was told she was recovering faster than expected. She wasn't taking anything fancy. She just added 2 kiwis a day to her breakfast. Here's why that mattered. Kiwi is bursting with vitamin C, more than oranges in fact. And vitamin C is the unsung hero of muscle repair. It helps your body make collagen, which keeps your muscles, joints, and connective tissues strong and flexible. Some folks say, "Isn't kiwi just another citrus?" Nope, it's like super citrus. Plus it helps with digestion, which means your body absorbs other nutrients better too. Slice one up, drop it in oatmeal, or scoop it with a spoon like nature's sherbet. It's tangy, it's refreshing, and it's rebuilding you from the inside out. But now, let's shift gears. Because sometimes it's not about rebuilding, it's about fighting the inflammation that's breaking you down. Pineapple. Ron is 65. He used to walk 2 miles a day. But his knees started throbbing. His doctor called it early arthritis. Ron almost gave up walking altogether, until someone told him to try fresh pineapple. He added a cup of diced pineapple to his meals 3 times a week. And the change? Noticeable, fast. Pineapple contains bromelain, a powerful enzyme that reduces inflammation and helps your body recover from minor strain or injury. Now yes, some people say, it's too acidic. But that's only if you overdo it or rely on the canned version packed with syrup. Fresh pineapple in moderation does the opposite. It soothes. Add it to a stir-fry, grill it lightly for dessert, or drop a few chunks into water with mint and ginger. But inflammation isn't the only threat to your strength. You also need energy, and that starts in your gut. Enter the humble apple. Ethel hadn't touched apples in years. She said they were too boring. But after just 1 week of adding a small apple a day, skin on, she noticed something new. She was going to the bathroom more regularly. Her stomach felt lighter, and more importantly, her energy was back. Apples are rich in soluble fiber and quercetin, a compound that helps support mitochondrial function, the tiny engines that power every cell in your body, including muscle cells. And yet people say they're too basic to matter. But here's the thing. Basic doesn't mean useless. Apples don't just fuel your body. They stabilize your blood sugar, which keeps your energy steady and your cravings in check. You don't have to make a big production out of it. Just slice one up and pair it with a spoon of peanut butter, some cheese, or a few almonds. But now, let's travel somewhere warmer, because the next fruit brings the heat. Mango. Sylvia is 70. She never liked breakfast, said it made her feel sluggish. Then she started adding half a mango to her morning routine, usually blended into a smoothie. After 2 weeks, she said something she hadn't said in a long time. "I feel awake again." Mango is loaded with vitamin A, C, and E, a triple threat for muscle recovery, immune function, and cellular repair. And no, it's not too sugary, at least not when eaten with the fiber-rich flesh. That fiber slows down digestion, giving you sustained energy instead of a spike. Want to try something new? Blend mango with a pinch of turmeric and a splash of almond milk. It tastes indulgent, but it's pure nourishment. We've covered strength, we've covered inflammation, we've covered repair. But now, let me tell you about a fruit that doesn't just feed your muscles, it awakens them. Grapes. George is 76. He recently joined a rehab program after a minor fall. One day, his trainer noticed he wasn't just improving, he was accelerating. George told him, "I've been snacking on grapes before our sessions. Grapes, especially red and purple, are rich in resveratrol, a natural compound that improves blood flow, boosts nitric oxide, and helps muscles get the oxygen they need to perform and heal." Some folks say, "Can't I just drink wine?" But wine strips away the fiber and adds alcohol, which does more harm than good. The whole grape, skin, flesh, and all, is where the magic happens. Want to energize your walk? Try a handful of grapes 20 minutes before. You'll be surprised how much lighter your legs feel. But listen, adding these fruits isn't just about your muscles. It's not just about your joints or your energy. It's about your future. Because when you start losing strength, you don't just lose movement, you lose freedom. But you have a choice. You can build that strength back, bite by bite, and it starts with your next grocery list. Let's talk about what it all really means and why this isn't just about food. It's about dignity. Let's go there, together. You know, it's easy to talk about muscle like it's just biology, like it's just numbers and nutrition. But let's be honest. This is about more than just strength. This is about what strength allows. Because when someone starts to lose the ability to stand up from a chair on their own, when lifting a grocery bag becomes a two-person job, when walking to the mailbox feels like running a marathon, you're not just losing muscle, you're losing moments, moments of independence, moments of dignity, moments of you. And if you've ever had to sit and watch someone you love struggle to get out of bed, knowing they used to do it with ease, then you already understand this isn't just physical, it's deeply, painfully emotional. It's that knot in your throat when your dad says, "I'll stay in the car," because walking through the store is just too much. It's that look in your mother's eyes when she says, "Don't worry about me." But you see her scanning the room for a place to sit. And it's the quiet frustration you feel when you can't do what you once did, when your body doesn't match your will. But here's where I want to shift your perspective. This isn't about fear. This isn't about guilt. This is about power. Because even if you're 60, 70, even 80, there is still time to rebuild, to nourish your body, to support your muscles. And you don't need perfection to do it. You need consistency. Start with just one fruit, just one. Maybe it's a banana in the morning. Maybe it's a few grapes before your walk. Or a couple slices of kiwi on your breakfast plate. Add it. Try it. Observe how you feel after a week. Notice the little shifts. A bit more energy. A bit less stiffness. Maybe one extra step you didn't think you had in you. These aren't magical fixes. They're tools. Tiny, powerful tools that, used daily, can change the entire course of your aging journey. And I want you to hear this loud and clear. Sarcopenia is not your identity. It's a condition, and conditions can be challenged. Even if the doctor gave it a name. Even if someone told you it's just old age. Even if you've felt it creeping in for years. You are not done. You are not broken, and your body hasn't given up on you. It's just waiting for you to feed it what it needs. With small changes, big strength returns. Not overnight, but steadily. Reliably, naturally, even in your 70s, even in your 80s. Even after everyone else has stopped believing in your comeback, you can still believe in yourself. You're not too late. You're right on time. And this could be the moment it all begins. So let's take a breath and bring it all together. Today, we talked about 7 fruits. 7 simple, natural tools you can use to help your body fight back against muscle loss. To recap, bananas for steady energy and cramp-free movement, berries to protect your muscles from oxidative stress, kiwis for collagen and repair, pineapple to ease inflammation and soothe sore joints, apples for gut health and daily fuel, mangoes for cell recovery and vitality, and grapes to keep your blood flowing and your muscles oxygenated. Each one works in a different way. Each one targets a unique part of what your muscles need, and together, they can help transform your strength from the inside out. Now let me ask you something personal. Which of these fruits do you already eat regularly? And which one surprised you the most today? Was it the kiwi, the grapes, maybe the mango? Go ahead. Tell me in the comments, don't be shy. We read every single response. And the truth is, your answer might help someone else who's reading and trying to decide where to start. And if this video gave you something to think about, if you paused at any moment and thought, that sounds like my mom, or my dad, or me, then please, tap that like button, and consider subscribing to Elderly Spring. We post science-backed, senior-focused content every single week. Videos just like this, focused on real concerns, real people, and real solutions. Because here, it's not about chasing youth. It's about protecting independence. It's about growing older with strength, with clarity, and with confidence. And if you're still not sure whether to subscribe, then I have a challenge for you. Go to the comments and tell us why. Tell us what's holding you back. Tell us what you're waiting for. Because if you've made it this far, you're not here by accident. You care, and that means you belong here. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay curious, and always remember, at Elderly Spring, your health is blooming at every age.